episode number 1, the Pitboss Podcast. I'm going to title it The Introduction. Come on, let's go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quiet on the set. All right, quiet on the set.
Pitboss Nation, what is up? This is the Pitboss Podcast. I am the host, Jeff Coates. If you already follow along with us and know what we are about, we appreciate your effort in following along with us. If you've just stumbled upon us, just found us, please come along and check this out. Life through my eyes, from my perspective. Thinking of you we are. Come on along with me and let's get this thing started. Woo! All right, so if you haven't guessed it, we are entering the world of podcasting. It is episode number 1. We're coming live to you on February 27th, 2019 from Berlin, Maryland, just outside Ocean City on Maryland's Lower Eastern Shore. So again, who am I? I'm Jeff Coates. I was born in Havre de Grace, Maryland, the self-proclaimed decoy capital of the world. So maybe that's what's kind of propelled me, energized me, motivated me to be, for the last 20 seasons, hashtag PitbossXX season of 20 seasons. There's a really big contest and giveaway this year coming up soon, which I haven't announced, but I will. Man, so right off the bat, ladies too, I got to tell you, I get off on these tangents and just go off. I don't know where. I know where, but I just don't stay on topic or tasks very well. So I am a full-time Maryland Master Guide. For the past 20 seasons, I've been guiding sea duck hunts full season. Back in the day, it was 107 days long. This coming year will be the 4th season of the new reduced 60-day season. What else do? We hourly fish from the Bad Influence. The Bad Influence is a fishing boat, Karen's and mine fishing boat. Karen, I'll introduce you to her in a minute. She's not really here, but I'll tell you all about my best friend. So we do hourly fishing during the summer. We sea duck hunt, brant hunt full-time during the winter out of a different boat. We call it the duck boat. I am a U.S. Coast Guard licensed master captain, licensed waterfowl guide, a licensed commercial fisherman, and a whole bunch of other titles in there that I'm really probably not that proud of that we could mention, but we won't. So basically, in a nutshell, I don't have a 40-hour work week. I love the outdoors and I love to enjoy and have fun. Karen, my best friend, who happens to be my wife, she also gets and understands me. She's a registered vet tech, but loves to fish. She's really getting into dog training recently, and she'll even go out with me and shoot a few birds every now and then. She loves to travel. Basically, we get each other and we go through life harmoniously. I don't know if that's the right way to use that word, but harmoniously, that's what I'll say. It's taken me a good 45 years in this world to find my best friend. I'm very happy and fortunate that I have. And I hope that we have a long life together, what years remain here on this earth. All right, so Karen, she's my best friend. She's my biggest supporter. She gets and understands what I do. She has the real job in the family. I don't say that too much, but she really does. She does. She's got the real job. She gave me health insurance. That's another whole topic. Because I feel like I woke up one day and bam, it hit me in the face, smacked me upside the head. I'm old. We'll get into that later on. Maybe, maybe not, but that's a really big tangent I could go off on. But sincerely, Karen is my wife and truly is my best friend. And often I refer to her as love. L-O-V-E, not babe, baby, love, L-O-V-E, because Karen is from Australia, and that's a word that they use over there quite often. Mate, that's not a word that I use a whole lot. Know it, but I don't use it a whole lot. Bloody this, bloody that, fancy this, fancy that. Karen uses all these words. I don't use them that much, but I do use love, as I refer to her. Love, what's up, love? How are you, love? Love, how was your day? I'll text her. Love, I love you. I do. All right, so all that said, Karen is from Australia. I like to say she's 10 years younger than me. Maybe not 10 years, but In my mind, she is. She keeps me young. She keeps me going. She keeps me young. She truly does. When she hears this, she'll probably smack me upside my head. But regardless, we own a boat called the Bad Influence, and the play on names there is Karen is. Karen is my true bad influence. There's many. If you know me, you know some of the bad influences that Karen has put on me. If you don't, you probably listen to these podcasts, you will find that out. That said, sitting next to the microphone, I'll give you the three choices of what I have. A bottle of H2O, Crown Black on the rocks, or some fine Kentucky bourbon. Hold on, time out. That is my happy Wednesday afternoon salute. I'll let you figure out what just wet my lips. So the Pitboss Podcast. First and foremost, I do have to thank Dylan Tonkin, the Dylan Tonkin Show. He had me on his podcast. Although I've done a podcast before his podcast, I've never done one live, and I truly enjoyed it. He showed me the equipment that he used, and I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great platform to promote other people, to promote other companies, and to promote a lot of what I do pretty much 365 days in the year. I've also kind of begun to think of podcasts as YouTube for the ears. They're a great way driving, exercising, working, whatever you're doing. Your ears can listen into a podcast. With YouTube, I really do have to use my eyes. For podcasts, you don't. It really could just be background noise. But regardless, Dylan Tonkin, thank you, sir, very much for sharing your knowledge with me and propelling us into the Pitboss Podcast. Dylan, thinking of you, we are. So that said, I really do want to use this as a platform to promote my very good friends, some awesome companies, as well as things that are going on in my life. And Karen's too. And a little salty black rye. She's 25, she's 25 weeks old this week. Coming along very nicely. And if you're not familiar with rye, you can check her out on Instagram at Pitboss, Pitboss, salty black rye, R-Y-E. She's a little gun dog puppy, rye. I think she just lifted her head up. So that's a great segue for another topic, social media. I love social media. These days I find myself on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook the most, but I take advantage of everything else that's out there. If you don't follow along with me and Karen, please do so. Instagram at Pitboss, Pitboss Waterfowl, Fowl. You can follow Karen. She might not follow you back. She's funny about who she follows. But once you're on my account, you can see her account. It's right there in the description. I love making YouTube videos. So between the end of my waterfowl season and the beginning of fishing, there's a little dead zone in here where I don't have a lot of footage. So I'm hoping the podcast platform is something that'll keep me a little bit busy in between my season changes. Amongst other things going on this year, Karen and I have a big trip planned. We're headed back to Australia, see her mom and her older sister and her younger sister's families. We plan on doing a lot. I'll say that again, a lot of fishing. Karen loves to fish. I love to fish. And when I'm not guiding other people, Karen and I are fun fishing as much as we can. So the fishing will get us through the summer. Also during the summer, you may or you may not find me around the country doing some PIT, space boss, space grills, Pitboss grills. We'll see what Pitboss Grills has planned for me for this summer. There's going to be a lot of decoy carving go on. There's going to be a lot of puppy, which I got to stop calling her puppy, I guess. There's going to be a lot of gun dog training rye during the summer. Get her in shape for the coming season. I think we're going to make a little Canada run in the fall, and then we'll be back here for my waterfowl season starting early November. A little bit more about me, if I could, just so you get the big picture of what I do. Over the years, I've done a lot of videoing as well as some TV. So first, I guess I'll think of the old D3 TV days where we had a DVD series as well as a TV show on the Pursuit channel. Over the years, I've been fortunate to have a lot of TV shows come and film with me. Sea duck hunting. The Grind Waterfowl TV jumps to the top of that list. Thank you, Bill. Locally, I do a lot with Hooked on OC, Dave Messick's production. Scott Lennox is the host, and I've done many fishing shows, as well as this year we did a brant hunting show, which turned out pretty good, I think. It was their first try at hunting during the winter. There's not much fishing that goes on here in Ocean City, so they did a lot of reruns. And they've had people say, hey, why don't you try some hunting shows during the winter? So they did. So this next season, I think we'll see more hunting on the water from Hooked on OC. Podcast number 2, I've already got a great guest, company and business in mind that you'll just have to wait and see who it is. A little bit of suspense. It is a Maryland-based company, though. I'll give you that hint. I mentioned before, hashtag PitbossXX, season 20 seasons. This is my 20th anniversary starting early November, and we're doing a spring and summer contest giveaway. It's going to be a 2-day hunt with me. There's going to be new shotguns involved. There's going to be Drake Waterfowl gear involved. It's all going to be run through Molly's Place in Kennedyville, Maryland, along with many other great companies who are sponsoring us, putting together great gear and product packaging. So, believe it or not, I can't say I'm at a loss for words, but I just feel like I'm really going to start to ramble some more. So, I think we will end the Pitboss Podcast episode number 1. Again, February 27th, 2019. Coming to you live from Berlin, Maryland, just outside of Ocean City on Maryland's Lower Eastern Shore. I appreciate you taking the effort to listen in to this podcast number 1. As always, thinking of you, we are. Woo!